Hey everyone, Miranda Pitrone here with you again, and I am trying something a bit different today, testing out some paint pens. So, been in the search for some that I could varnish over, some that we could dot with and do nice lines with good colors that work well on multiple surfaces. So I'm going to give these ones a test run and see how they go. There's 15 in this pack, and they are Nordic design with Italian ink. So these are the colors that I have, and they come with the silver and a gold as well. And it comes in this nice container, which actually is pretty sturdy. They shipped it really quickly. I got it in 2 days actually. And I'm gonna check this out. So you get a pretty heavy duty, nice case in here with it. Can use it for a carrying case, and all the paint pens fit. This is so exciting! Awesome. So I'm excited to get to test these out, but it's not the only thing that's in here. Let me check out what else we have in here. Oh, we get a discount card, a next purchase. And what's in here? This cute little butterfly. This is so creative. This would be really nice to give as a gift if these paint pens work out. Oh, it's a thank you. So yeah, I am kind of excited to take these on a test run. So I think it's pretty similar to what we're used to. You open them up, shake them up, kind of air it out by pushing it gently on the side, and then we're going to push down to kind of pump it, and it primes the tip. So these ones are the fine point tip. I'm gonna go with the pink one out of here and check it out. And so you can see I've never used these before, so you're seeing right from the first go as well. I'm just kind of holding it down a little bit. Fine point does some dots. Alrighty, so I just have a ceramic tile here that I've a heart sketched on. So I'm gonna trace my heart. And they go on nice and smooth on the ceramic tile. It's got good color. I love the fine point for sure. This is going to be extremely helpful. The ultimate test, of course, with y'all who know me is going to be the varnish. So I think I'm just going to go ahead here and draw a little kind of folk art mandala design, try a little something different, and we'll see how it goes. Even put in some dots here, and just like we normally do, you have a center dot and then put some dots above. So I made a mistake there and it wiped off really easily. So I'm kind of excited. These are fun, you guys. You can sketch different shapes. You could even use these with stencils. Trace the outlines on your stencils and do some line work in your mandalas before you start dotting. They're nice bright colors. One thing I'll say is I do have to wait and just blow on them and let them dry, because if I did overlap, they are running into one another. But we have that with all paint. Especially here if I'm going to do a fill color. That fun blue. So this one little pack gives you a nice rainbow variety. Just do a quick rainbow mandala here in my heart. They color nicely, they cover well. And yes, they dot really well. Let's just kind of do some doodles up here on the top and add a little decoration here at the top. I'm just kind of I don't know if you ever do folk art at all, or like the old quilts and even Swedish, that type of style. They have some wonderfully fun art. We'll even outline here on some of our petals and do some fun little lines in there. So yeah, there was no flicking of the paint as I was sketching with it. Although ceramic tiles are pretty smooth, I'll test it on the wood slice next and make sure that it's not an issue, but they're easy to hold, they're lightweight. I think that little heart came out pretty good. That was fun. So I just threw some guidelines on here real quick on a wood slice and painted my background black. I'm just gonna do a 2.5 inch circle here. And let's just use the etcher here to quickly sketch in some petals. I'm not, sometimes with markers and pens and pencils, I'm not as adept as the painting or the paintbrush. So I'm just gonna draw myself the guidelines here. But thinking too, you know, if you guys have stencils, you can trace your stencil lines with these paint pens and then fill in with whatever else you want or color in. They worked really well on paper, so coloring paper as well. They have great color. So let's try out this purple. I kind of really like this lavender color. So you can see even the texture of the wood slice on here. You can see the rings, and it's not getting caught too much on the rings. Sometimes with the fine point tips, it will catch and flick paint. That's not my experience with these ones. The white is nice and bright. And I'm actually pretty happy with the coverage. It doesn't look like I'm gonna have to do more than one layer and you get a decent color. Let's just throw some little leaf designs in here. I'm just gonna kind of doodle along because I wanted to see how they perform on a wood slice, and the black paint background was just a matte black. But you can really see the texture of this wood slice. It's not a problem with the pens. So this would be great if you're looking for projects with the kids. A lot less mess than giving them a full set of paints. Doing little crafts. These could be ornaments for Christmas. You can see the hole at the top here. You can just hang these on the tree, have like a little rustic tree. I'll probably hang mine on the wall. I'm switching over to rustic decor. This is gonna be super cute. Kind of like folk art colors. But it's something that you can do pretty quickly and have a completed project. So even bringing it in for a craft for school or an art class, or just something to do hanging out with the family. So see, you even put little dots here on the wood. So sometimes with other paint pens that I've had, if I push down too hard on the tips, the ink would come out in a puddle, but so far none of these have done that. And I push down pretty hard because I kind of want a little more control when I'm gripping onto a marker or a pen. Ooh, that's a nice bright green. So springy. And I'll have to wait and see, you know, when these dry too, to see if sometimes, you know, they dry a little lighter. But of course I'm going to varnish all these, and we're going to make sure that they don't bleed when they're varnished. Because that is my true test with whether or not I'm going to recommend paint pens. I mean, they can dot little dots. You can draw circles and fill them in to do dots. Fun. We'll just outline the petals here, give it a little pop of yellow. So fun. I'm super thankful to Hobby Gifts for giving me the opportunity here to test run these. I'm gonna do tiny dots. Just kind of do a free-flowing little mandala flower here. Can tell the colors that I chose to use. I'm just so excited for spring to be coming. I bet you all are too. Unless you live somewhere where it's been super warm already, and then I'm kind of jealous. Could send it my way for a bit. You can see it going really smooth. I'm actually just got it on an angle on the side here when I did the pink, but then using the tip too, you just get the little dots. In all honesty, I haven't checked their website to see if they have thicker markers or paint pens or what their other products are. This is the first that I've seen, but I have to say I am pleasantly surprised, you guys. Look how smooth that goes on. And I'm just freehanding it here, but you guys could trace your stencils or just enjoy a free flow mandala. I thought for sure the wood would soak up the ink, but I'm excited. Maybe I'll have to try one without the flat back black base on the back. Some happy little leaves. So I see a lot of possibilities popping into my brain now with using these markers. This is super fun. It's a little freer. You're less confined with the dotting. It's more of a free flow, but you could also use it for guidelines, like I said, and stencils. Draw out your item first and then fill it. Look at that. Fun little rustic wood slice. And of course, because I am a rock kind of gal, I gotta check them out on stones here just to see. Although they're going pretty well with everything else, I am doubting I'll be disappointed at this point. Just do a fun little flower, smooth here. And I just painted a black background on my stone. We'll just do some flower petals and fill work and see. And I'm not going to let this dry for 24 hours before I varnish it because I really want to see the time frame. Once it's dry, in my mind it should be dry, so we're going to varnish it right away after. Just put some little dots in here, give it some color. You can see I'm even doing varying sizes, and it's just a pressure thing. Push down harder and then let up as you go out towards the edges to go smaller. So I will say the white was a little bit lighter on that stone, but look at all these fun little things we made. Just gonna pour my varnish right on top, give it a quick round, and it came out awesome. I'm super excited, you guys. Varnished, done, cute little set. This was awesome. Thank you so much, Hobby Gifts, for sending these for me to check out. Definitely recommend you guys check these out if you're looking for good paint pens, for sure. Hope you enjoyed this something different, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care.